Hi Pisces, and welcome to my channel, The Guided Intuitive, and thank you so much for being here. So what we're going to do is do a read for you and who, and that who could be a friend or family member, could be a boyfriend, girlfriend, one side of a situation or another, whether love is on the mind or not, and even a person of interest too, okay? This will be a general read, so if you're looking for a personal read that truly taps into your own personal energies, go to The Guided Intuitive up here or in my description box below. I do want to thank all of you that have been booking with me in terms of your coaching sessions, your reads, and as it relates to your relationships, it could be your business or just life overall. We've been really slashing a lot of those negative, emotions, limiting beliefs, and just really busting through any blockages for you. And it's so honorable to just to be there and to see clients go through that. It's just like the most it's I'm speechless, really. So those of you that are very interested in really breaking through anything that might be holding you back, in terms of where you are now, where you want to be, and really close the gap, you definitely want to book a discovery session up here. It allows some one-on-one time for us to get to know each other, and it allows us to make a recommendation based on your own personal needs. And if it's a good match, we invite you into one of our programs or packages, okay? So that being said, let's go ahead and jump into your read, okay? Let's jump into your read and see what's going on in terms of where you're at right now, Pisces. Where are you at right now, okay? Let's see. We've got the Queen of Wands, okay? Ooh, okay, so you might be taking on this energy. Is this Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, fire energy? Or you might be interested in someone, I have someone like this around you. She's quite spiritual. She's got her nice little black cat here, full of confidence, exuberance, full of light. And she's just passionate. And if she wants to do something, well, she just creates it. She just goes about it and does it, okay? So she finds a way to do it. She's super much like that. So very sexy, always focusing on the positive. She might even have a little bit of a Leo in her chart as well, but that's what I see coming through. Now you might be taking on this energy as well. If this is not you, just be very passionate, confident, and moving forward, as it pertains to your situation. We're going to pull 3 other cards to see what wants to come through for you, and see what that looks like. Wow. Okay. Interesting. So we've got the Ten of Swords, which means that this has come to fruition. There's been some sort of ending in terms of a situation. But right after that, guess what we get? Whatever it is that you've manifested, we get the prosperity that you're looking for. And then we get the walking away from an emotional situation. It could have been a relationship or situation that emotionally you knew it was in your best interest to move forward. So this is interesting because, it's almost as if that you had to walk away and something had to end before something new could come about, right? Before this manifestation and prosperity could come through. So it's got you, it's definitely coming to an end because you get the 8 of Cups, from emotions. And then, you also have the swords here, which is, a reason. There was a reason for you walking away, which talks about the reason. Okay, so it is really about change, because a change and moving to something new, and then it brings forth this is really what I feel. It's an opportunity. What it is that you've manifested, this had to happen almost as if before this could take place. Okay, so you could have been that you maybe were moving passionately in a relationship or in a situation or in a direction of some sort, and for some reason it just didn't work out. So it has you walking away, but it has you doing something really what you've always wanted to, and an opportunity. Okay, so to go through the gates, and this is what you've manifested. Okay, so that's why pay attention to what you manifest, because if it's something that you don't want, you can manifest it. But if it's something that you do want, it could come through. But this is prosperity, so I think you've been doing a pretty good job on that. So this is great. I like to see this. Let's see what you had to give up in order to make that happen. So that's interesting. We're going to pull a few cards over here. Let's see here. What is this ending and walking away? What did you have to give up? What does this look like for you? Okay. Well, what it does talk to me about is surrendering to complete healing. I pulled 2 cards here. I got surrendering to complete healing, and this is opening to open yourself up to healing and also opening yourself up to love. Okay, so after some sort of ending, being this is about being very the compassion, just opening up to being to feel the compassion and to feel the love that the universe that wants to give to you, and it's about there to support you mentally, physically, and spiritually as you go and as you walk away. Okay, and that's what seems to be coming through. So it's about surrendering to the complete healing, just surrendering to that part, that aspect of it, knowing that that needs to work through you with patience, with compassion, and there's support around you right now that's taking place. So the universe is really working with you on this and is there to really supports you in your physical, your emotional, and your spiritual healing right now. Okay. The other card that I pulled is I got surrender to creativity. Okay. So this is about just really opening up your imagination and just letting it soar. Okay. Just letting it soar. So creativity is going to be very key in terms of this manifesting here. It's about, creative ideas. There's some sort of dream or, open yourself up to that creativity in that dream that you want to see come to fruition, opening yourself up to creativity in a solution that about a challenge that or problem that needs to be solved. Okay, so it wants you to magnify the creativity in different ways that you can be creative about it. Okay, so that's what I get for you right now. What I'm going to pull one more card just to see in terms of where you're at right now. What did the guidance cards have for you? The angel cards have for you? Angel of expression. So this is about speaking your truth, moving forward and speaking your truth, with your just head towards the sun. This is really talking about expressing yourself clearly. Okay, this could be in a relationship or this could be in some sort of situation for you. What it does want you to do is speak your truth. It's really important for you, and it is a part of that healing. Even if you have to be creative in terms of doing that, that's going to be very important for you right now, Pisces. Okay, and it's how you're going to manifest this brand new beginning here. Let's take a look at this other person on the other side and see what's going on for them. Okay, let's take a look and see what that is. What do they have? They're on a brand new journey. They're starting all over. Okay, so just like you, they're kind of on a new journey. So this is the Fool's journey. It's a zero card. It's about kind of make it what you want it to be. And the sun is behind this person's back, and they're ready to move forward. And they're open to the possibilities. Okay, so let's see what else wants to come through for them. Major Arcana card too. Okay, let's see here. Ooh, okay, so we've got the Knight of Pentacles, we've got the High Priestess, and we've got the Three of Wands. Okay, so what this tells me here is this new beginning for this person is that they are really focused on, living what their truth is and using their intuition as it relates to an opportunity that's coming their way. This is a slow moving opportunity that's coming their way from an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. It's coming in this way. So it could be if you've got Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo in your chart, or if there's something's been slow coming from you to them. This is saying it's a Knight of Pentacles. And so the Knights are all about motion. Pentacles are all about just being routine oriented and doing what you need to do, kind of being as efficient as you possibly can. But I really believe that there's an opportunity that's coming through for them, and they're having to use their intuition on how to see if that fits into the big picture with the Three of Wands. Okay, so that's kind of what I see here. It's, again, the threes are also about creativity here too. So that's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius type energy here. So I really feel that they're starting on a new journey, and they get an offer that's coming through, and they're really using their intuition as to what it looks like. Okay, so this is interesting. I want to see if there's anything that's going to be important for this person on this side that's be good to know. It's about surrendering to the effortlessness. And that's all what the Fool card is for. What's important for them is not to push so hard to make something happen, but just be effortless in the process. Okay, surrendering to even receiving and choosing the path of least resistance. There's no need to paddle upstream. It's like to focus on the downstream type of thoughts. So it's a different art of living, and it's asking this person to take that on, to to surrender to that instead of trying to force the river to flow their way. Okay. And that's what's coming through. So that's going to be key for this person. Okay. Anything else? One more before we go back to you here. Let's see, anything else that wants to come through. Reflections. Okay. So it's like the questions that they see in others are really their own reflection. So what's funny is I was kind of going to say that it's kind of like, expressing oneself, surrendering to creativity. We're getting creativity on this side as well. This, it's about choosing the path of least resistance. And so that's really key. So it's just that perhaps they're envious of certain qualities in others, but this is just reminding this person that the qualities already reside in them. It's about, looking in the mirror and knowing those aspects and qualities that are in others are just a reflection of those that they see in front of them. So that's something that's coming through. Interesting. Let's go ahead and back over to you and just take a look at something that you need to be more open to receiving in this relationship or situation. Ooh. Wow. Okay, so what we get is the Lover's card, the Wheel of Fortune, and then we get the Eight of Pentacles. This is wow. Okay, Pisces, this is great. You need to be more open to lovers, to an opportunity for lovers. Okay, this could be a Gemini that you could be dealing with, or you might have Gemini in your chart. If not, but you need to. This is about seeing a lover's point of view. That it's just maybe perhaps things that didn't work out. Maybe it was just some sort of cycle that. Karmic cycle that needed to end, and then it's all about putting back into the work on what it is that you want out of a relationship or a situation. So this is about just what you need to be more open to receiving is love from another person. Okay, because the karmic cycle has ended. If things haven't been working out, that it's changing in your favor. If they've been working out, then definitely cherish that, because the Wheel of Fortune changed on a consistent. It's always changing and moving, right? It allows us to appreciate the good times and to know that if we're in a bad time, the good times are coming. They can come because the wheel's constantly changing. So it needs you to be open to the love of lovers, of two people really coming together, and the ending kind of the turning of a karmic cycle. And this is about fully concentrating on work. This is about, eights are also about change. So you need to be more open to the change of the life cycles as it pertains to lovers, as lovers, or your mindset, or just how things can change, in a relationship or situation. So it seems to be coming through, because there is this is a 6 card, which is a pregnant number, a new opportunity. And this is to remind you, it's a 10 card, the karmic cycle has changed, it's turning, and then it's having to change, that whatever work that you put into it, things can change if you put the work into it in terms of a relationship or situation. So that's interesting. Okay, I want to see what else wants to come out for this person over here. Anything else here? Let's see. For you, yeah, patterns. Okay, so this is about changing patterns. Okay, so that's what's coming through. What you need to be more open to receiving is the opportunity to change patterns. You've got that opened up. The karmic cycle has ended. Okay, so you no longer have to focus on the past of something that didn't work out, but be open and putting the hard work into something new moving forward. It's like recognizing the patterns. So if you need help with that, definitely be on the read or in my description box. But that's what's coming into play. Patterns of the past do not have to be the pathway to your future. And I think that's one of the key things that seems to come to me out of this. This is you already recognizing your patterns, so now you don't have to repeat that cycle again, right? You can be open to the new manifestations that are coming through for you. And that's what I see for you, Pisces. This is really cool, okay? That's what I see. What is this other person need to be more open to receiving? Let's just, pull a card or two on them over here. They need to be more open to, let's see here. So we've got the Knight of Wands, Knights are about motion, and then we've got the Nine of Wands. Okay, so both wands, fire, passionate energy. So what they need to be more open to is the passion of moving forward and moving beyond their fears. Because you can see his face on here. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm scared to death, but I'm doing it anyway. So it's about pushing through the fears and doing it anyway, and making that great progress and not giving up and persevering, despite being fearful. So they need to be more open to pushing through their fears in a relationship, and more open to receiving passion in the relationship and situation. This person's not going to give up until they get that last one, even though they've been beaten and bruised, as it pertains to whatever situation that's brought you to my channel. On this side, this person feels they're not going to give up on this. They're going to persevere to get what they want. So this is interesting. So it's about pushing through that, and that's going to be super key for them. Okay, very super key. So yeah, they're going to be pushing through that, pushing through any sort of fears. I am going to pull one card to just see what wants to come through here. Yeah, this is pushing through their fears of love. And I get the card of ready but waiting. So what this card talks about is, in terms of love, that they are really focused on getting themselves ready. They're ready, and they're doing every day, they're getting themselves ready. And this is as it pertains to love. So doing what they can to focus on themselves to get them in that aspect. This is, that's what I see coming through here. So getting ready to be a better partner as it pertains to love. And sometimes it's a waiting period of how things work out. Sometimes it's divine timing. So I feel that this is a part of divine timing coming into play. Again, when it comes to a karmic cycle, you can't force that. It's just going to happen the way it does on your side. And so maybe that's similar to, kind of what's kind of going on with this person over here, is that they want a new beginning, but they know it's divine timing. Yeah, that's kind of what I feel. I am going to pull some cards to see what advice for love is going to be important for you. What's some advice for you in terms of love for you, Pisces, that wants to come out? Here it is. Criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. So, this is really big, because remember we talked about getting rid of past patterns, and, criticizing is not going to bring each other closer. So this is definitely saying that your relationship can be transformed if you love and accept each other just as you are. Okay, and that's what's coming through. Wow, how interesting. And what is the advice for this other person on the other side? Let's see what that is. Look inside yourself. So this person is being asked to examine what is causing them to feel this way. So this is about, going within and balancing the inner zen within them, and what in their growth aspect of their self is causing them to feel a certain way, right? Ready but waiting, right? Just feeling. This is about it's like it's almost like I want to say ready and getting yourself ready, but letting go of how it's going to be coming rather than waiting, right? But this is divine timing. You don't wait for the divine timing. You continuously focus on you by getting ready, okay? And that's what I really feel this person. So what inside themselves feels that they need to wait, this is about continuously looking inside themselves and building themselves, and magically, things can definitely come into play. So it's interesting. I'm going to pull a few cards on that. So look inside yourself is going to be very key for that other person. Yeah, they need to build the solid ground that's going to be necessary for a relationship or situation to really grow. Now I'm going to go back over to you, that, kind of what's the best way forward for you? What's the best way forward? Accept what is dying. Okay, Pisces. So whatever in a relationship or situation that, perhaps hasn't been working out, it wants you to rid and close out that karmic cycle, is what I feel is coming through here for you. Yeah, because there's a manifestation that wants to come through, in a vision and things that want to come through for you. And it wants you to let go. Yeah, and let go of any sort of the criticisms, right, or anything of the sort of the past. What you've learned is what you've learned. You've seen the patterns, right? And this is about, surrendering to your healing in this and accepting what is dying. How interesting. Wow, Pisces, you've got new opportunities. You've done a lot of learning, it looks like, from this, but this is about you now moving forward in a relationship or situation where you can speak your truth, because now you know what your truth is based upon the patterns that you've gone through in this relationship. And relationships teach us a lot, don't they? You know, the good, bad, and the ugly always have something to teach us, you know, about what we want, you know, and what we are willing to accept. It wants you to move forward and shine your light, okay? It wants you to shine your light. Accept what is dying and let that go so the light can come in, okay? Because I know you have it in you. I've seen it, okay? So let's see. Yeah, this situation has been a wake-up call for you, okay, in some way. So note your comments below, guys. I would love it to know. Note your comments, and definitely please like and subscribe. It definitely supports my channel. I so appreciate it. Thank you. But it's a wake-up call. You've had your wake-up call, so you don't have to go back to this cycle. And that's going to be super key for you. You're ready to bust out of your cocoon, and that's what wants to come through. Wow. You know, Aries got a little bit of this too, guys. So interesting. That's one thing that's super, super key. I do want to pull a good vibe card as we close out, and what's going to be important for you to keep these good vibes alive. What is the advice that wants to give to you? Oh, this is beautiful. It's a number 50 card, and what this card talks about is being generous, okay? And being generous not only to other people, but being generous with yourself too, just as you would with someone else. So this card comes into play. You know, it's so interesting because it's a 5 card which talks about, you know, being generous. Now, this could be something that is kind of causes, it could cause some sort of, you know, because 5s are all about adversity, and it reduces to a 5. So it says right now you're guided to really focus on your vibration as being generous right now, okay? Give yourself, rather than, you know, the fearful, and the refusing, you know, give yourself rather than being fearful. With others, or, you know, with yourself. You know, it's just to share freely with no strings attached. This is what this wants you to do. It's not like when you do something for someone and it's kind of like, well, now you owe me, right? This is saying no. This wants you to be generous just because. It's going to serve you, okay? And that's what's coming through, okay? The more authentic and generous you are, the more that it's going to help you bring the manifestations that you want back in. It's really interesting, yeah. And the more that you empty your cup, and the more that it feels kind of your cup at the same time. And I'm not talking just materially. I'm talking every which way that you look at it, okay? So that's what's coming through. Never mind what others give to you, right? It's saying right now your time is now to share and do some giving. That's what the universe is saying, guys. It's coming out. So okay, I hope that this resonates with you in some way, guys. Note your comments below. I'm sending lots of love, and I look forward to seeing you next time, and until then, namaste.